the lane, gets to the rim, he throws it down.
Cunningham races to the rim, he finishes through the screen. Cunningham gets the ball against Bam, pulls up for the win, got it!
At just 23, Cade Cunningham is no future star, he's already here. Averaging 26 points and 9 assists, earning All-NBA honors, and finishing 7th in MVP voting, he's elevated from 17 points as a rookie to elite status in only 4 seasons. His game isn't rushed, it's calculated, slower, smarter, more surgical than any guard today. Cade Cunningham has quietly lifted one of basketball's most struggling franchises back into the playoff picture for the first time in more than a decade. But the story goes deeper than his numbers. It's about his pace, his control, and his vision. Watching Cade feels like watching basketball in its purest, most unselfish form. He dictates the game without ever rushing, making plays few guards could replicate without their production falling off. His style is equal parts patience and precision, a blend that feels unique in today's league. In this video, we'll explore why Cade Cunningham's game is so captivating.
Steal, and then he's just gonna rear this thing back and jam it right over the top.
Some NBA players dominate headlines with dazzling numbers, whether it's draining endless threes or piling up free throws. But then there are players whose greatness isn't measured just by the box score. It's felt in the rhythm of their game, in the way they move, and in the experience of simply watching them play. Cade Cunningham belongs firmly in that category. Last season, his transformation became impossible to overlook. He elevated his game to an entirely new level, showcasing a refined skill set that demanded attention. Whether he's calmly navigating to his spots for a bucket or dissecting defenses with pinpoint passes, Cunningham controls the floor with rare poise. He doesn't just play the game, he creates it, shaping each possession with deliberate precision.
Hooks the pass inside to Cade for a dunk.
Cade Cunningham's brilliance begins with pace and control. While most guards live in constant overdrive, trying to overwhelm defenders with pure speed, Cade plays at his own rhythm. He operates between second and third gear, dictating tempo with a composure rarely seen in someone his age. Watch closely, every dribble is deliberate, every movement calculated. At 6 feet 6 inches, 220 pounds, he uses his frame to shield defenders, patiently backing them down or carving space to see the floor. Like a conductor leading an orchestra, he surveys, dictates, and orchestrates possessions with precision. His handle is crisp, his footwork fluid, and his reads razor-sharp. Explosive athleticism isn't required, his command of the game neutralizes it. Always 2 steps ahead, Cade embodies basketball at its purest, efficient, skill-driven, and free of wasted motion. He isn't chasing whistles or chucking threes just to rack up numbers. Instead, he delivers buckets the right way, what many voices around the league have been calling for. A style rooted in control, craft, and pure basketball ethics. Cade Cunningham, the future MVP who plays the game the right way. There are players who try to control the game with speed, explosiveness, or sheer volume. And then, there's Cade Cunningham. Cade slows everything down to a pace that almost feels impossible in today's NBA. He dictates terms entirely on his own, refusing to play by anyone else's rhythm. That sense of control, the calm composure he brings to every possession, is what makes him different. It shows most clearly in his mid-range game. While analytics have tried to erase the mid-range jumper from basketball, Cade has turned it into one of his greatest weapons. His pull-up jumper is smooth, confident, and already trending toward elite. He gets to his spot, elevates, and knocks it down. No gimmicks, no theatrics, just pure skill. When the defense collapses, he improvises. If the lane is closed, he adapts. Maybe it's a tough finish through traffic. Maybe it's a perfectly timed no-look dime to a wide-open shooter. His vision ensures the right play is always made, and he does it all with a natural swagger that doesn't need embellishment. Watching Cade Cunningham play feels like basketball stripped to its purest form. When he's on the floor, the game bends to his pace. The ball slows, defenders scramble, and Cade orchestrates everything with complete control. A patient walk up the court. A screen navigated. A silky pull-up jumper from the elbow. a perfectly timed pass to the corner. Or sometimes, a possession stretched to the brink until the defense finally cracks. This isn't just about production. This is aesthetic basketball. Cade isn't simply putting up numbers. He's redefining how the game can be played. But here's the thing. In Cade's case, the aesthetics actually do match the production. And in the 2024-25 season, Cade Cunningham proved that to the entire world. The leap to stardom at just 23 years old, Cade made the leap from promising young guard to undeniable superstar. He averaged 26.1 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 9.1 assists per game. Numbers that instantly placed him in elite company. In fact, he became only the 7th player in NBA history to average at least 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists across a season. That's not just good company, that's historic. And the efficiency was there too. Cade shot career highs across the board, 46.9% from the field, 35.6% from 3, and 84.6% at the free throw line. Every number told the same story. This wasn't just improvement, it was dominance. But perhaps the most important stat of all? Games played. After years of questions about his durability, Cade silenced the narrative. He logged a career-best 70 games, averaging over 35 minutes a night. The production wasn't just steady. At times, it was staggering. A career-high 18 assists in a masterpiece against Miami, where he also added 20 points and 11 rebounds. 9 triple-doubles on the season, 5th most in the league. He finished 4th in assists overall while rebounding like a wing and scoring like a primary option. There were 23 games where he scored at least 30 points, and 13 games where he topped 35. That was the 5th most in the entire NBA. And to top it off, he joined Nikola Jokic as the only players in the league to average at least 26 points and 9 assists. At just 23, Cade Cunningham earned his first All-Star selection, made All-NBA third team, and even drew serious consideration for Most Improved Player. And he did it all in Detroit. For the Pistons. A franchise that hadn't sniffed playoff success in nearly 2 decades. Cade carried the load, played every night, and led Detroit to its first playoff win in 17 years. For anyone who doubted whether Cade could be the number 1 option on a legitimate team, that doubt is gone. Heading into the 2025-26 season, questioning him feels almost unthinkable. The engine of the Pistons beyond the numbers. What makes Cade so special is the way he thinks about the game. His feel, his instincts, and his decision-making have transformed him into the engine of everything Detroit does on offense. The advanced stats tell the same story. He finished last season in the 99th percentile in quality of shots created for others, and the 98th percentile in overall playmaking talent. Cade ranked 4th in the league in assists per game, trailing only Nikola Jokic, Trae Young, and Tyrese Halliburton. His 9.1 assists accounted for over 40% of Detroit's total team assists. That means nearly half of the Pistons' entire offense flowed directly through him. Add in his own 26 points per game, and Cade was responsible for nearly 50 points a night, the 3rd most in the NBA, tied with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And the growth has been steady from the start. 5.6 assists per game as a rookie, 6 in his injury-shortened sophomore year, 7.5 the year after, and then the leap to over 9 this past season. That kind of progression doesn't happen by accident. It comes from elite decision-making, refined year after year. Cade does it every way possible. He keeps his dribble alive under pressure, snakes around screens, and waits until the defense finally cracks. He throws lobs in traffic with perfect timing. He threads cross-court passes to shooters. He manipulates defenders with his eyes like a veteran quarterback. The numbers highlight his connections. He assisted Malik Beasley on 75 threes, the most by any passer-shooter duo in the entire NBA. He connected with Jalen Duren on 84 dunks, the most by any passer-big man duo. That's what true court mapping looks like. It's not just about passing, it's about pressure. Cade had the 3rd most points created on drives last season, trailing only Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Brunson. Every downhill attack collapsed defenses, forcing rotations and opening up opportunities for his teammates. And the way he does it is pure poise. Whether it's a hesitation dribble that buys him a half second, a subtle look off that freezes the weak side defender, or an ambidextrous pass dropped in just before the window closes, Cade always seems to have the counter. He's not flashy, but it feels like he knows what's going to happen 2 seconds before anyone else does. That patience, that poise, that playmaking, it's the biggest reason why Detroit is relevant again. The heartbeat of Detroit, but Cade Cunningham isn't just Detroit's best player. He's their heartbeat. His leadership and his clutch gene have been the driving force behind the Pistons' rise. Time and time again, he's shown that rare feel for the moment, knowing exactly what's needed and delivering it. The clutch plays piled up. Against the Hawks back in November, he attacked the lane and dropped in a hook shot through traffic to put Detroit ahead, then sealed the win with a block on the other end. Not long after, against Miami, with Bam Adebayo draped all over him, he calmly banked in a 3 with 6 seconds left to seal a statement win for the Pistons. These aren't just highlight plays. They're proof. Proof that Cade can step up when everything is on the line. And it's not just about scoring. Cade became the first Pistons player ever to record a triple-double at Madison Square Garden. Last November, he stacked up 4 triple-doubles in a single month. Scoring, finding teammates, defending stars like LeBron or Giannis, grabbing critical rebounds, Cade does it all. But what separates him is leadership. He's the guy who brings teammates together, who holds them accountable, who elevates their games. Malik Beasley put it best. It's easy for him. He's learning the game and making it look easy out there. And he's not wrong. Before Jaden Ivey's injury, he was on pace for career bests across the board. Beasley himself shattered his career high and made threes. Around Cade, everybody eats. That's the mark of a true franchise cornerstone. And that's exactly who Cunningham has become. The road to stardom. It's worth remembering where this all started. When the Pistons drafted Cade Cunningham with the number 1 pick in 2021, they knew they were getting a franchise talent. But no one could have predicted just how far he'd take things. As a rookie, he averaged 17.4 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 5.5 assists, finishing 3rd in Rookie of the Year voting. He was raw, but the foundation was clear. Then came the setback. Just 12 games into his second season, he went down with an injury that required surgery. Detroit stumbled to just 17 wins. In his third season, under Monty Williams, he bounced back with career highs of 22.7 points and 7.5 assists. But the Pistons endured a brutal 28-game losing streak that ultimately cost Williams his job. This past season, under new coach J.B. Bickerstaff, Cade made the leap. 26 points and 9 assists a night. 44 wins. A playoff berth. And the clear emergence of Detroit's new leader. From injury-prone question mark to All-NBA cornerstone, Cade Cunningham didn't just improve. He evolved. He transformed. The next step, of course, even stars have weaknesses. For Cade, the biggest one is finishing at the rim. Despite his size at 6 feet 6 inches and 220 pounds, he shot just 56% at the basket, ranking in the 17th percentile among guards. He gets there often, nearly 10 attempts per game inside 8 feet, but too many rim out. The ability to generate those looks is encouraging, but the efficiency needs to improve. Turnovers are another issue. Cade averaged 4.4 per game last season, second most in the NBA behind Trae Young. Some of it comes with the territory of being a high-usage playmaker, but too many of the mistakes were forced reads. Those are the kinds of errors that can kill momentum late in games. And while he has the size to defend multiple positions, his isolation defense was shaky, just the 25th percentile among all players. Against elite wings, his lateral quickness can be exposed, forcing Detroit to adjust their schemes. But here's the thing, all of these weaknesses are fixable. Rim finishing can improve. Decision-making sharpens with time. Defensive discipline develops with experience. Cade has only finished his 4th season, and he's already an All-NBA player. These imperfections don't detract from his rise. They make it more compelling. They remind us that as good as he already is, there's still another level for him to reach. And with everything he's already accomplished, and the untapped potential still in front of him, Cade Cunningham looks every bit like a future MVP. The MVP conversation at just 23, Cade is already one of the league's best playmakers. He finished top 5 in assists while shouldering the offensive weight of a playoff team. With his size, IQ, ambidextrous passing, and ability to dictate pace, he looks like the prototype for the modern NBA lead guard. Winning MVP in year 5 might sound ambitious, but history shows it's not far-fetched. Derrick Rose won his at 22 in his 3rd season. Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Steph Curry all won their first MVPs around year 6. Kevin Durant won his in year 7. James Harden in year 9. There's no set timeline. But by year 5, the great ones are always in the conversation. Cade already finished 7th in voting last season. If he sharpens his finishing, cuts down his turnovers, and the Pistons keep climbing, he'll be firmly in the race. It won't be easy. Sharing the stage with Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Shai, and other generational talents makes this one of the most competitive MVP races in history. But Cade has something the others don't: the narrative. As Pistons coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, "He has the ability to be the guy on an elite team. He's the complete package." And he's right. It's not just that Cade is good. It's that he plays basketball the way you dream of playing it, if you had total control. You don't just watch Cade Cunningham play. You watch what the future of basketball might look like. So let me ask, what do you see when you watch Cade play? Drop your favorite Cade moment in the comments. And if you love basketball as much as I do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.